And it's back to school time. Probably. I don't know. Depends when this video is going out. Probably not, right? Welcome back to Nagasaki. I am Skuro as always, and today we're going to be building this really cool elementary school up on a hill behind what we built last time. Now, I'm also building this road layout, as you can see, and you won't see me build much of this area. It'll kind of just appear into existence, but again, keeping with that cinematic sort of feel of where I kind of just build the areas in. Now I say that, but that area I've just done the road layout to isn't actually included in this video anyway, so you will see that, but later on. Now, getting back to the actual build, which is really cool little elementary school that sits up here. Part of that has the ruins of the old school that was obviously destroyed during the atomic bombing of Nagasaki back in the Second World War. So you'll see that as well, and I end up building that quite coolly out of PO, as always, because me and PO, right? Come on. Yes, I do it all the time, but yeah, again, as I say 100 times, I enjoy these builds. And as you can see here, I filled in that area here. Apart from that bit, hint hint, next episode coming. Make sure you stay tuned for that one. It's quite a short one. Again, it was a case of I had too much space. Scale was a little off, but nothing I can redo with it at this point. So we ended up going and doing something different there, but I love the way that turned out. I'm not going to spoil that because you'll see that in the next episode. Building this school, this is the more modern school area here. There's the little one's going to be off to the side. That was part of the bombing there. So we're doing this one here, and I went through a few assets and ended up settling on this one. I think this one looks really cool. A few little other props and buildings around it just to kind of bring it together, but we're going to go in and detail that up a little later on. For now, I want to concentrate on that main building. So this, well, I say main building, that's the main building, right? This little one is the old school. It's very small, and I end up starting by using an actual building. I was like, hey, I'm going to mess about with this. In the end, I ended up getting rid of that, just POing the concrete blocks and surfaces and doing it that way instead, because it looked a lot better. It looked a lot older instead of looking quite new, to be honest, as you'll see in a minute. But it was fun to do. It was a really cool little build, something different for me, which I loved. And that's what I love about this whole series, is I'm doing something different every time, because I'm building as close to like for like as I can, or as close to 1-to-1 scale as I can. Everything's slightly different, and it was great fun to do. So yeah, I'm going to leave you to watch a bit of a time lapse while I build up some of this area, and we'll pop back in later on and give a bit of an update. Wow, I really went a while without saying anything. It's kind of like one of my older videos, right, when I didn't actually talk. But I wanted to come in and say this is where I ran into a bit of a problem. This was a pain to try and get this text to look right. I had these like decals that I'm using here, and they looked quite weird. It turns out just because my sand texture was weird, so I ended up changing the whole sand texture to make them fit a bit better. And I deleted all the asphalt, as you can see. Put the sand down. I was like, well, actually, yeah, that doesn't look quite right. It doesn't fit. So it's lovely sand, but it just doesn't fit the area. So, like I said, I go in, I change that sand texture to look something a little nicer, and you'll see that again in the cinematics. Now we're going back to that older building. As you can see, I've completely redone it at this point. I changed got rid of the building that I used and PO'd, and ended up doing this like surfaces down the side and putting the windows on and stuff, and it looked so much better. Again, I think so personally, and I really hope you do agree with me. I couldn't add too many decals to the side. They didn't really want to kind of fit, which was a shame. But I put loads on the roof, and you'll see that in a minute, where it just makes it look a bit older, a bit more derelict, and not quite in use, really. And I loved it. Okay, I'll be honest, quite a short one this week, and the next one's going to be even shorter, so I hope you did enjoy it. It was a fun build, this whole school. I wanted to focus on this school. I know I did other stuff, didn't really see that because I didn't want to take away the focus from this build. It was so much fun to do this school. I really enjoyed it. Sticking down my little radar, what are they called? Like, well, I suppose speakers, aren't they? Air sirens. That's the word I was looking for. Screw it, air sirens. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. If you're regular, do the same thing. If you'd like to support me in any way, my Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee accounts are linked in the description, along with my workshop page. Have a good one, and thank you very much for joining me, Nagasaki, and I'll see you again while we build what was underneath that weird little cover. It's going to be cool. I look forward to it. Bye.